Hey guys, it's James over at the Wrestling Epicenter. I want to thank you for taking the time to check us out here on YouTube. If you haven't already done so, please do me a favor and click that subscribe button. Keep yourself informed on the latest videos that we upload. In addition, if you would do us a favor and slam that like button for us as well, maybe even share it on Facebook and Twitter, we would sure appreciate it. Let everyone know what you're listening to. Without any further delay, let's get to your video here on YouTube.
The following announcement has been paid for by the Wrestling Epicenter.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hello, ladies. Remember me? Let me talk to you, dummies.
It's now time
It's beer time. TikTok. It's showtime.
for the longest running wrestling talk show in history.
We are huge. It's gonna be cool.
You're where it's at.
You smell like me.
Tune in each and every week.
And you better keep listening, or I'll come out of your computer
And turn it on for you.
or else I'm gonna kick your stinking teeth in.
We've been known by a few names.
The needs of the many far outweigh the needs of the few.
The interactive interview,
Interactive interview. Oh, yeah.
Interactive interview.
The interactive interview. Interactive interview.
The interactive interview.
interactive wrestling radio,
Interactive wrestling radio.
Interactive wrestling radio. Interactive radio.
Interactive wrestling radio.
Interactive Wrestling Radio.
The Blaze,
Blaze 1260 AM.
The Blaze.
The Blaze.
Blaze.
The Blaze Rock.
and a lot of other names.
Weekend Warrior of Wrestling.
The Pile Driver. The Epa Wrestling Center.
3 Count Wrestling.
The Hours Lab.
But it's all one show, the Wrestling Epicenter.
Wrestling Epicenter. The Wrestling Epicenter.
The Epicenter.
Wrestling Epicenter, dude. The Wrestling Epicenter. Don't get off.
And your host from day one,
By ignorance or arrogance.
James Walsh.
Wake up, sleepyheads.
Dr. Carol House.
It all starts
What a rush. Oh, Boomer Sooner.
Thank you very much.
I got 2 words for you. Thumbs down. Breaking necks and cashing checks. I've heard a lot about you guys.
Check it out. Get out of my face. You win.
But I'm desperately out of time.
So what you gonna do when Plays-A-Mania runs wild on you?
now.
And welcome back to another exciting interview with 3 Count Wrestling. It is our honor and privilege to be joined by one of the best, well, in my opinion, one of the best women wrestlers in the independent circuit today, Simply Luscious.
Hi, how's everybody?
We are doing quite wonderfully today. Thank you for taking the time to do this interview with us.
Not a problem. It's my honor.
Yeah. Thank you. The first question we always ask is, were you a fan of wrestling growing up?
Yes, I was. Actually, my mom went to wrestling matches when she was pregnant with me, and my brothers used to tell her to get down off the chairs because she'd be yelling at all the wrestlers, and they're like, "Mom, you're pregnant." So I guess it was kind of beaten into me.
All right. Who were some of the people you looked up to growing up?
Well, I would definitely have to say Shawn Michaels. He was my trainer.
Right.
But he was earlier on. I definitely would have to say I was in love with Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes is my hero.
The American Dream.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine, and he's a really good guy. He says all people from Texas are special. We're special people. You're from Houston, aren't you?
Yeah. I could agree with that.
Yes, we're special. I've lived all over Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey. I've lived everywhere, and I definitely have to say Texas people are the nicest.
See,
agree with that.
Oh, wow.
so that's kind of mean. I'm from New Jersey. Oh, that's all right, though.
Well, I'm from California, and I've heard we're special in a not so nice way, but
There's nothing in California except hippies and weirdos.
I was San Francisco.
No, I'm not from San Francisco.
Did you hear what I said?
No, what'd you say? We
I
lost
was
you.
in San Francisco a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
It's for a chick fight. I wrestle jazz.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
Cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So, why did you choose wrestling as your career?
It's just something I had always wanted to, like, I liked it. It wasn't something I thought about, but it was my ex-husband's idea. I must say that's the only good thing he ever did for me was we went to wrestling school here with Shawn Michaels, and I just took off with it, and he never did it. He plays hockey now. Well, he still plays hockey, and I've been wrestling for 5 years now. Actually, almost 6, so I fell in love with it.
Well, here's a question you've never been asked before.
Uh-oh.
Why Shawn? Why Shawn as your trainer?
Well, because I had always looked up to him, and it was here in San Antonio, Texas. So I was very fortunate to go to his school.
Did he actually have a hands-on training with you, or was it somebody else?
Every day of class, I went. The sessions were 4 months at a time, and he was there every single day for my class, and then by almost every day for the next class after that. You could continue going. It was like a lifetime membership. Once you paid, you could keep going, but unfortunately, he stopped doing it. But I got my money's worth out of him. I learned a lot from him. He's just as like energetic, like in person, as he is in the ring on television.
I bet he is. I spoke to him once on the phone, and unfortunately, his phone sucked. But we did a decent interview with him, and it was fun because he's actually like, that's him. You know, it's not a character.
I'd like to also mention Rudy Boy Gonzalez. He was the head trainer for Shawn, and I still train with him here in the Texas Wrestling Academy. It's here in San Antonio. So I've been training with him every day also. So I'd just like to say that he's a wonderful trainer.
Now, was that, I'm not sure when this was, but was that before or after he decided to become a Christian, or do you know?
This was before he became a Christian.
Okay.
He had the school. That just recently happened.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I read an interview you did a couple of years ago where you said you were a big fan of Jerry. Yoshihiro Tajiri, and the question I have for you is there anyone that you try to that you like to steal moves from when you're in the ring?
Oh, I steal moves from everybody. That's what makes you a good wrestler. I've learned a little bit here and there from different people. So I've learned a lot of lucha, and I was in London this past September for 2 months, so I stole a lot of stuff from there as well.
Oh.
I steal it and add my own little special something to it, I guess you could say.
You still going back and forth to Mexico?
Yes, I am. Unfortunately, my over there we have like sponsors. Like I was sponsored by Cooper Tires, which means like on my wrestling gear I wear like their logo on my outfits and stuff. And he just passed away recently, and so he's the one that took care of me. So I'm not sure like what's going to be going on with that. So I'm pretty sad to have him gone, but life goes on. I have to switch to Goodyear, I guess now.
Well, don't switch to Michelin. You'd have to wear that mummy's outfit or something. I'm sorry, that's a.
I love Mexico. Actually, I'm going with a different company. In 2 weeks, I'm going to be going to Guadalajara. Guadalajara.
Now, is this the same?
I know.
What company is this that you work for over there?
Do what?
What company do you work for down there?
I've done LLF, which is a all-women's promotion. I've done CMLL. I've done AAA, and a bunch of little flea markets that I don't even remember the names.
Because the reason I ask is because me being the typical dumb American, I don't speak Spanish, but we do get a couple Spanish stations, and they have a lot of Mexican wrestling on there. And I must admit, I always stop and look and see. I wonder if she's going to be on this week. And
On Telemundo.
Are you actually on there?
Yeah, I am. Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
The first time I worked for AAA, the guy came up to me. He's like, "Name," and I told him my name. I said, Veronica, and I thought he was introducing himself to me, and I didn't know he meant my ring name. And so the whole time I'm on TV, it was like a battle royal with like all these famous Mexican women wrestlers. And he kept saying, Veronica, Veronica, Veronica. So my first debut in AAA, they didn't even say my proper ring name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Veronica, Veronica. They're like, who's this Veronica? So that's pretty sad. But yeah, I've been doing more like, I was living in Philly for a while and I just moved back to Texas. So I'm trying to get my name known over here again. So I'm doing Mexico like every couple of weeks, not as much as I used to.
That's cool.
But see what happens.
Well, you've done an interview for our website before, and this is kind of a personal question, so brace yourself. James, calm down. James, calm down.
I always get nervous when he asks personal questions.
Why do you always ask me personal questions? I didn't like
everybody personal questions.
Nah, see, it's a gimmick with him. He likes being the nice guy.
Yeah.
Actually, you said in that interview that it's hard for you to find a steady man.
A boyfriend, yes.
Yeah, boyfriend. You still have problems finding a boyfriend?
I'm still having that problem. Actually, I had a boyfriend for like 2 months, but I don't know what's wrong. I'm still single.
Aw, that's a shame.
Do you think men are intimidated from the fact that you're a wrestler, or do they even ask, or?
I think that's what it is. I don't know. I've leaned down a lot. Like, I was a lot bigger before.
Uh-huh.
And I went to WWE in Beaumont, and I talked to one of the agents there, and they said that they had hired some models from LA, and they're training them to be wrestlers. So I leaned down a lot, and I'm a lot more feminine, I guess. I'm not as China looking like. I don't know.
Well, you mentioned that you're actually doing, you mentioned it off the air, that you're actually doing some of the ECW shows this weekend. Is that,
Sandman.
You're doing, because you're Sandman?
Yeah, he's my best friend.
Yeah, he's a maniac. I love him.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah. He had his,
the day before when we're in Corpus, so we're going to go celebrate.
Oh, cool.
I'll be 21.
Oh, you're gonna work? Are you working the ECW shows though?
I'm just gonna go. I don't know. They put me on the list. We'll see what happens.
Have you seen any of the new ECW stuff?
Actually, I have seen Sandman. That's about it. I happened to catch it when he was caning that stripper, that guy.
Oh yeah, that was great, wasn't it?
I've been going to wrestling practice and stuff, so I haven't been able to watch WWE or ECW.
Well, God bless you, because you've not been missing much. But you don't have to say it, though, because I know you want to chop, but I'll say it for you.
I'm not going to tell you to say me anything. You still haven't got me my other tape.
Oh, come on.
What is it, my WEW tape?
Yes, don't worry. I have it done. I just need your address again, but we'll get that off the air.
I won't hold my breath.
Oh, come on. You can ask Francine. I'm pretty good. I deliver on time. Usually.
Ask me something else.
Okay, go ahead.
I've been taking Red Line. Oh, it's better than Stackers. Have you ever tried them?
Red Line, or?
Red Line, yeah, Line. They're amazing.
Oh, I've never heard of them.
Is that different than Red Bull?
No, they have a drink. Don't ever drink the drink. It's just, it's too much. But it's a pill. It's like Stacker 3s. You can get it at GNC. And it leads you up, and it's just amazing. Like, Stackers, I was just a little edgy, and I wanted to fight everybody. Well, I usually want to do that anyway, but these are, like, really mellow. Like, I'm wired, and I'm happy, and I waitress during the day, and I'm just flying around, and they're good. Then I go to practice after and beat everybody up, so.
I thought
Well, speaking of the WEW tape, you've had a few quite excellent matches with Mercedes Martinez in WEW. Where do you think she's headed in the next couple of years?
Hopefully the WWE. I think she's got a good look, and I think she's a great wrestler. Did you see our ladder match we had?
Not yet.
She busted me open with a barbed wire baseball bat, and I had to get 4 staples in my head.
Oh, God. Well, that sounds painful.
That's pretty gross. Gruesome.
I bled more than Ric Flair ever did. My face, I couldn't even see. I had blood in my contacts. I couldn't wipe it off my eyes because I had blood on my arm, and if you were standing under me, it would have been a shower of blood.
Ooh, here's the good question though. Did you continue the match?
Do what?
Was that the finish of the match, or did you continue like that?
I finished the match.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm a trooper.
Oh man, I would have freaked out.
I sat in the hospital for 5 hours in Atlanta, Georgia, though.
Oh, I'm sure that was fun.
I mean, we interviewed Angel Orsini after she broke her heel.
Her heel, Angel
Orsini.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we were amazed when I have to ask, is this off the cuff? What inspires you to just go like that when you're that much in that much pain?
Yeah. Can you just keep going? You said.
Yeah. How do you keep going when you're in that much?
It's your adrenaline.
Angel Orsini broke her heel. You're bleeding into your kind. Yeah.
My ankle, and I didn't even feel it after. And I wrestled like it was in Mexico, which is lucha, and it was 2 out of 3 falls. So I did 3 falls, and my ankle was sprained, and I didn't even know.
Wow.
So it's definitely adrenaline. So, are you still there?
Yeah, we're still here. We're just amazed at that.
What?
We're just amazed at that because
I wish I had sound effects I could put crickets in or something.
I thought it was boring you or something.
Not at all, no. I was just waiting for somebody to ask a question. I asked you this last time around. I guess I'll ask it again. What is your thoughts working with WEW when you see things like yourself, you go out there and you had a match on a couple months ago with Jazz, and I was just amazed at how good the match was, but it got overshadowed by all the TNA stuff, the PWO tryouts and things like that. As somebody who actually goes out there and works hard and, as you said, bleeds and does what she has to do for this company, does it at all upset you that it kind of looked down upon just because of the PWO?
Like Tara Bush that you guys put over on your website, thinks like she's such a good wrestler. Yeah, that kind of stuff makes me mad.
Uh-oh, you look up and...
I saw when you sent me that email, and I go, I'm going to go look up the website. I saw wrestler, model, Tara Bush, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that makes me very angry.
Sometimes you do nice things just because somebody was nice to you.
Yeah. I was like, right, master.
Yeah, she didn't even know.
Kicking in again. Kicking in.
Her character's actually, they call her the drunken schoolgirl, and she seemed to not even know that they call her the drunken part.
She's serious. She's not faking it.
well, in our defense, WEW did give us that interview, so we had to put her over stronger.
Yeah.
I'll forgive you this time.
Were you ever contacted about wrestling for Shimmer?
No, actually, no. I just heard about them. Alice in Danger was telling me about them this last time I was in San Francisco. They're out of Chicago, aren't they?
Yeah, they wrestle out of an American Legion Hall, I think, in Elks Lodge in Illinois. Yeah.
Mm.
Cool. No, I actually haven't heard from them. I wouldn't mind going.
Yeah, because they do a lot more technical. They don't have a title. They don't have a lot of TNA. They just wrestle.
Yeah, that's how this chick fight was. The San Francisco. I was really surprised. It's a good company. It's like their 3rd show I think they had. So.
Going back to Tara Bush for just a second, you mentioned that, it kind of made me spark a question. You mentioned also models earlier on, kind of wanting to be wrestlers and then trying to train them to be wrestlers. For somebody who's just, tough as nails and is actually a wrestler like yourself, does it bother you that they're trying to take a model who has no interest in wrestling and make her a wrestler when you actually are a trained wrestler?
And all that,
yeah.
It's kind of like just a kick to me. Just I feel like I've done this for almost 6 years. I've busted my butt. I'll work, I'll waitress 5 days a week to save my money so I can wrestle for nothing on the weekends. Or go to England for 2 months. I have to save all my money just so I can go wrestle over there just to try and make a name for myself. And then they'll have this big diva search where they give her $500,000 or whatever it is, and then they'll train her and they'll pay her weekly just to go train in OVW. It's kind of like a slap in my face,
And the end result is...
That ugly, but I mean, I'm not a diva, but I think they could definitely work with me as far as looks go,
Oh, come on now.
They could airbrush me on their swimsuit calendars if they had to, you know what I mean? And it's just, I think there's a lot of talented women out there like Mercedes and all of us, and I mean, we're definitely not we couldn't be in Playboy or something like that, but I think that, they should give us a shot.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, maybe I could do Playboy, but I wouldn't. I would never do that to my mother.
Hmm.
Well, I think that's the only reason why they have that diva stuff is so that they can. It's not because they're trying to get wrestlers. It's just they're trying to get people that will do Playboy and they can get marketed and make money off of it.
Yeah, but that's why I said I leaned out a lot. Like if you see me now, I look really girly. Like I could do some modeling.
Oh, you're happier being girly, or are you happy when you're more muscular?
Actually, I'm really happy right now because like I go out with my friends and guys will actually come up to talk to me, whereas before like guys would never even like give me the time of day.
I find that very hard to believe.
No, serious. Now I'm a little bit leaner, they talk to me. And that's what Sandman used to say. He's like, you're a hell of a wrestler, but you got those man arms. Those man arms. So I got rid of them. So we'll see what happens. You want a model? I'm going to look hot when I go on Sunday. I got a dress. I got some heels. I got fake nails now. I'm wearing a lot of makeup. I'm going to look hot. I'll look like a diva.
Now, here's the problem, though. What if they actually want you to wrestle?
I can wrestle, too. I've been training at ETW, Texas Wrestling Academy, here with Rudy every day. I've been working out at the gym. I'm ready this time.
Is it tough to wrestle with fake nails on, though?
I can do it. I've been wrestling with fake nails. I have to get a couple repairs every now and then, but it's okay. I've learned to do it. It's a good weapon.
Well, back to our silly list of questions.
Back to Sarah Bush.
I tried to, the hardest part of that was like, the only thing that she actually did that actually looked athletic was, the big girl, what's her name? Amy Lee.
Is that what she came out with, Sue Me?
Yeah.
It was Sue Me and Tara against Amy Lee.
Yeah, and they stretched her. And that was the only thing that was athletic, was that she actually stretched like in half, but I think they might almost killed her. So who knows? I mean, I tried to put that over, but I mean, it's hard when you're just doing somebody who obviously doesn't know wrestling. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, one of the many complaints we hear from women in the independent circuit is the absolute lack of quality opponents, especially in the United States. Is this true for you?
Yeah, it is, definitely. Like, when was it? A couple weeks ago, I was supposed to wrestle some girl, and she couldn't make it, and it was for NWA Anarchy, and I've been driving up there with Rudy, and this is like a 29-hour drive, and I was just about to go, and they told me this girl dislocated her shoulder, and they had no opponents for me, so I didn't get to go, and my whole weekend was just blown.
Oh.
Huh.
So yeah, there's definitely a lack of opponents.
Wow.
But then again, I'll get some companies where I get to wrestle a guy. Like Mexico, there's like a lot of intergender matches, which is a lot of fun, beating up on guys.
Well, you're probably bigger than most of them. Oh, I'm sorry.
Not anymore, remember? I don't have those man arms anymore. I'm really girly now.
I don't know, TNA seemed to, one that was like, with like the huge muscles and stuff like that they just brought in. Yeah.
They tell me, oh, we want someone like China.
That's exactly what they did.
I just throw the towel in and say, forget it, I quit. No, I'll never quit. No.
See.
Well, how do your matches change when you go to a show and you're given a girl who is either very green or very prissy in the ring?
What are you talking about, green?
Green like they just started, or
they're new.
Just easy to beat them up.
But like, do you have any? Are you a little bit less reluctant or more reluctant to let them pick you up and drop you on your head and things like that?
What are you talking about? It's real.
Oh, we're getting kayfabe now. Okay.
No, I was wrestling a girl in England, and she was like 17 years old. Oh. And she actually busted I picked her up, and she hit me with the back of her head. Like, this girl was just all over the place, and she busted my eye open, and I looked like the Elephant Woman. Oh. I definitely think if she had more wrestling skills, she wouldn't have done that to me, and it's just unfortunate things like that happen,
Yeah.
So I definitely think, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. Kayfabe.
Yeah, that's the title of our website for this week. We're poking kayfabe with a stick. So.
No, I don't like that. So,
another aspect about the is that most women in the business seem to get pushed, or in other words, exposed the moment they get implants. Without naming names, has anyone in the business ever told you that you'd be automatically in the WWE if you had bigger boobs?
And you can name the names if you want to name.
And if you want, you can name the names if you want.
We prefer it, actually.
I'm not giving away any boob jokes. I definitely think it helps. I don't think, you won't make it in WWE if you don't have boobs. I mean, look at Stacy. She's hot just the way she is,
Right.
So, I mean, I definitely think it helps. But I'm not going to name any names, but I do know who. You guys are bad. You want me to tell all these secrets?
I have a couple ideas of who they are too, so I'll leave it alone though.
Ideas. I have a joke, a bad joke, since you said that. Where do you find a turtle with no arms or no legs?
Where's that?
Right where you left them. Yeah, see something about wrestling, not boobs. See, this is another example. I'm a professional wrestler, and you guys talk about boobs.
Well, it's a question that we've asked just about every woman we've interviewed.
Yeah.
And that's why they never call us back.
Well, I mean, we could ask it to the guys, but I think that'd be kind of awkward. I don't know.
We'd have to ask the fat ones though. They're the ones who have the boobs.
The fat.
The fat guys.
Okay, now dead silence. Okay.
Yep.
Well, you mentioned it several times. We'll just go into detail right now. We've also heard many stories about the almost criminal lack of pay in the independent wrestling circuit. How do you support your wrestling habit?
I'm a waitress in the topless bar. I'm not topless, but it's good money. I make more than an average job. Right now, for example, I'm working and they're letting me sit here doing an interview. So they're pretty flexible, and I can put my schedule in a week before, and I can work whenever I want, and it's good money. So
that's good.
That supports my wrestling habit.
That's cool.
So if anybody's in San Antonio, you can come, and I'll be your waitress.
What's the name of the restaurant?
Perfect 10.
Perfect 10. Oh, perfect.
Yeah. We have good steak and fries. Since you're talking about boobs, I'm going to push my work.
Hey, if I ever go to San Antonio, I'll definitely go there.
I'm sure your fiance would love that.
I just won't mention
I got in
that.
trouble for choking a customer out once.
You did?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Well, he's like, wrestling steak, yada, yada, yada. And then I go, oh, yeah. I know how I'm sitting next to him, and I just put him in a little, headlock thingy I do, and I choked him out, and he got all mad, and I was like, hey, what's wrong? He's like, get the F away from me, yada, yada. And he called my manager, and my manager's like, don't be such a, I can't curse on here, can I?
You can.
Yeah, sure. He's like, don't be such a pussy. Then he got drunk later and asked me out, so. And then actually the other day, I gave him a customer bleach. It was an accident, they were cleaning the drink lines, and this guy put a pitcher of bleach where our water goes, and I gave it to the customer, and he came back. He's like, it tastes really funny. And I was like, oh, sorry, and I went, and I smelled it, and it was the bleach. It was bleach water. And he goes, what was that, so I can know in case I have to go to the hospital. I was like, oh, it's just soap and water.
Oh, my God.
He starts coughing and stuff, and he came back 2 hours later. And this guy, Brandon, he used to actually go to wrestling school with me. He don't wrestle anymore, but he came back. He's like, oh, my throat's burning. And he's like, look, if you were really sick, you drove an hour, came back an hour later, and you're fine. He's like, you wouldn't be able to drive if you were poisoned. And he starts grabbing his throat. He's like, call an ambulance. And then he's like, my friend Brandon's like, no, just forget about it. If something happens later, just come back. And he walks out of here like he was gonna pass out. He's like, I'll call an ambulance myself. And he left, and we never heard about him again. I don't know if he's dead or something, but I bleached somebody. I could have killed somebody. No, seriously, if you drank bleach, it would have hurt you right then and there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's in the back holding his throat. I'm like, oh, God.
Well, you'd think he wouldn't even swallow it. I mean, it's bleach.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I threw it away. It was barely any bleach. I don't know if he wanted free lap dances or free steak and fries or what he was going for, but he wasn't getting it.
Everybody wants something for nothing.
Evidence if he's listening, huh?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, you might have just confessed to a crime.
He's in on this, isn't he?
Yeah, it was me. No.
These still don't make me paranoid or anything. No. That's funny.
Here.
Anyway,
well,
yeah.
well, that's another thing we get a lot. Are really strange fans or really odd marriage proposals. Have you had any yet?
Marriage proposals? I told you you didn't even get a date. How am I going to get a marriage proposal?
Well, we interviewed a girl from WOW, the company back in 2000, and she had some prince from Morocco or something email her every day asking to marry her.
What?
Or asking her to marry him.
Wow.
That's interesting.
I've gotten a couple weird emails, and I'm sure if I kept writing back just to be nice, it would have turned into something else.
Yeah.
When they start telling me like, oh, I want you to meet with feet, like when they start talking like that, I just don't even write it back.
Right.
And I know some people, oh, I'm going to be nice to write it back, and then that's when they start bugging you and getting all weird on you.
Yeah, yeah.
I just kind of nipped it in the bud then.
Now, is WWE still, I mean, would you still like to go to WWE, and do you regret not signing with TNA in 2003?
Well,
looking back?
ECW is WWE now, so.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll just see. I would really rather go to ECW and have people like Jack to wrestle instead of going and being TNA on WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I definitely would like to go. I mean, it's a paycheck, and I wouldn't have to be here.
Right, that's true.
But I don't want to do Playboy or anything like that, but I guess I would do it. Like that water balloon thing they had is just... Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Like that was like 5 minutes. You could have like 2 good wrestling matches in that period of time, but...
Right.
Sex is what sells, right?
Yeah, I guess, but...
Oh, yeah, when you get to the ECW show, you're going to see that at least one segment on every show is some blonde girl who I never heard of before dancing, yeah.
That one, and she's not even a dancer.
No.
She's the worst dancer ever. She looks so scared.
She looks frightened. I mean, the first week she couldn't figure out how to take her bra off, and we're back to boobs again.
That's funny.
Well, this will include the official interview, and then we'll just, I guess, gab until we run out of tape. Just about every women's wrestler we've interviewed has been asked this question, and I can give you a quick list. Malaya Hosaka, Tracy Brooks, Natalie Neidhart, April Hunter.
Yeah.
Do you think, yeah, well, not Tara Bush, because this is a little too advanced for her, but do you think a women's wrestling organization, one that emphasized in-ring work instead of quote-unquote mature content, could be successful in the United States?
Oh, definitely. I'm going to say once again, the company in San Francisco, Big Fire, I definitely think there's a market in that. And like I've heard Shimmer too, I definitely think there's a good following for that. It'd be nice to have that. And WW too, well, they're more TNA though. But yeah, I definitely think, I think a lot of more women would watch it too. I think we need people to look up to and have role models that kick ass.
And final question of the official interview, what would have to happen before that becomes a reality?
I knew that answer. Oh my God. I don't think we would be in the state we're in right now. I don't know. That's a hard one. I can't answer that.
Okay, no problem. Well, guys, got any other questions you can think of?
No, I'll leave her alone. I got yelled at already, so.
Why?
What?
Yeah. No, just kidding.
All right, Luscious. Well, we really can't thank you enough. This has been a real pleasure for all of us.
Absolutely.
Right now it's shameless plug time. If you got anything you want to plug or push or promote or anything, the floor is yours. 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I definitely want to push Rudy Boy Gonzalez's Texas Wrestling Academy here in San Antonio, Texas. And my work. Come see me at work.
Do you have a website?
Well, I'll put you in the headlock.
You might even get put in a headlock when you're there.
It'll cost you more, though.
Maybe. Or you could just ask if wrestling's fake or whatever.
I take that privilege, but that's just me.
What?
I didn't hear that.
I pay for that, but that's just me.
I do get emails like that. How much for a private wrestling session? I'm like, delete.
That's a little freaky.
Delete. Yeah. None of those apartment wrestling. I don't like that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah. Alrighty.
No other questions? You guys talked so much last time.
What'd you say?
You guys talked so much last time.
Oh, did we?
Yeah. Guess you asked me all the personal questions already.
Yeah, I apologize for that. It's just been a hectic week, and I didn't have time to prepare a lot of...
Oh, don't make excuses. You're making excuses.
Forgive you. Next week, you're going to have some more questions for me.
Oh, well, we'll call you back in about 4 or 5 months, and we'll try.
That is, hopefully you'll be signed to WWE by then, though.
Hopefully, then I won't even acknowledge you guys.
Yeah.
Then you won't be able to. Then you'll have that clause that says, "No, sorry, guys, can't do that."
Do interviews, but you gotta talk to Vince first.
Yeah.
That would be cool, huh?
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm too good for you now.
I definitely would like to do ECW because it's on Sci-Fi and I can do like extras in Smallville because I used to do some acting before wrestling.
Really?
I think that would be good for me. Yeah, I did America's Most Wanted. It was like when it first came out. You know how they had the acting, the reenactments.
Right.
I was a prostitute. And then I did a couple other TV shows that got canceled, and I was in Selena and The Road to Graceland with Harvey Keitel, and I did some acting. No.
So how do you go from like acting to deciding, well, I want to get my head busted open by a barbed wire baseball bat?
I don't know. I got hit with a barbed wire baseball bat.
Isn't that what busted you open?
No, I did. I'm being funny.
Oh, okay. I get nervous.
No, I don't know. It's just I like fighting. I was working out at the time. I had muscles, and wrestling's an athletic sport, and it's just, I get to be myself and be crazy, and there's a little acting in there when I walk out through the curtain. So,
yeah.
I don't think there's a big transition there.
Well, you also said you had some older brothers, too. Was that part of it, too?
Yes, they used to beat me up all the time. So I definitely think being abused as a child. No, they just used to beat me up, like, just so guys would never take advantage of me. They just get me ready.
Yeah, that's just the way they can get away with it.
Now I could probably beat them up. So,
okay.
I'm hungry. We have a great steak and lobster special here, too.
Oh, God, that's the special of the day.
I have to put it over because my boss has let me do this interview when I'm supposed to be working. So.
Is there a special of the day?
Yeah, it's steak and lobster. We have $3.25 steak and fries every day, but on Tuesdays and Thursdays we have $11 steak and lobster.
Do you guys have any soup?
So you guys have great food in strippers?
Yes.
You must be making a fortune.
Yeah. You know what I want to do after wrestling, if I make enough money? It's going to be in Mexico, and it's going to be a wrestling strip club. Because I've always worked in strip clubs, and I know that there's always going to be a need for it, right? For bachelor parties, there's going to be a ring with, like, Jello wrestling, baby oil wrestling, and if a dancer's ugly, you'll put a lucha mask on her. And then on the screens, I want to have, like, American wrestling, Japanese wrestling, just all over. It's all going to be like Abdullah the Butcher, like his restaurant he has. It'll just be, like, a monument. You got to go to Luscious, his titty bar. I'll know that word again. Oh, you can. Never mind. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do after.
That sounds like fun, but
yeah. I'll be like, you're ugly, but you got to wear a hood. You got a great body, but you got to wear this, please.
Well, once again, Luscious, we really can't thank you enough. This has been a pleasure for us.
I had a good time. Thank you so much. And please let me know if you ever want to do an interview. We'll meet up again in 4 months.
Sure we will. Now get back to work. I'm just kidding.
Before we let you go, can you do us a favor?
I would love to do you a favor.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. No, it's not like that. I wish. No. Can you give us a quick little plug for our show, basically saying, hi, this is Simply Luscious, and you're listening to 3 Count Wrestling?
Okay.
All right. And you can add your own personal spin to it if you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll try to say that.
All right, let me count you down.
I got
5.
by 7. Okay.
Let me count you down. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hey, this is Simply Luscious, and you're listening to 3 Count Wrestling.
All right, thank you very much. We'll let you get back to work.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. Right. Thank you for taking the time out of work. All right, take care. Talk to you soon. All right.
Bye.
The preceding announcement was paid for by the Wrestling Epicenter.
I'm listening, and if you like what you heard, I'm glad. If you didn't like what you heard, go fuck yourself.
Most people done hung up on me.
We had a lovely conversation.
What a show.
Oh, mercy, Daddy.
On your radio dial. Don't hang up. Bye-bye.